Hi everyone, my name is Jamia and today I'm going to be making this video about an incident that I had posted about on Facebook, and that post apparently went viral unexpectedly. So a lot of you guys asked me to make a video about it, and no, I didn't mind. Not used to it, but I didn't mind. But the post was about one of my coworkers at one of my jobs, and she displayed some stereotypical racial behavior towards me, and I ended up reporting her to HR. And on down the line, I was just telling you guys, updating you guys, clarifying, the situation from start to finish. So this is what this video will be about, just me speaking on it pretty much. So I made this clarification on my post along with the other post that I made. This event happened at my part-time job, not my full-time job. So at the beginning, I was originally there as a cashier, but something happened with that to where I was moved to the career center. I don't really know. I didn't really get a good clarification on what happened. I think they had like too many cashiers or something. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I got moved to the career center, and so my job was to work when I got off my full-time job, and to do paperwork there when I got off for about 4 hours, which I didn't mind doing. So my boss had instructed me to fill out some paperwork, like the new employee, whatever, paperwork, and to bring it by the office that morning before I go to work at my full-time job. So that's what I did. And he stated to me that he wouldn't be there, so he instructed me to like go in, which department to walk in, and where to put my paperwork. Like I didn't have to talk to anybody, anything like that. So that's what I did. So when I went in there, my Karen was there, and I guess she thought I was on duty. I don't really know. She didn't greet me. She didn't speak to me. All she did was give me the side eye. Like literally, she was just like. That's like how she was looking at me the entire time I was there. So when I walked in there, the customers there, they thought I was on duty, so they were asking questions or whatnot. So I'm not really the type to be like, oh, I'm not on duty, go ask somebody else. No, if I know the answer, I'm going to help, whether I'm on duty or not. I mean, whatever, that's just me. But my Karen approached me in a very like rude manner. She was just full of attitude. Like you could tell. So you can like tell she was either not having a good day or she was upset about something. That's what I was thinking at first, but come to find out she was just a bitch. Whatever. So yeah. So then she when I was there, I had on a t-shirt, a black t-shirt, and it had like a white drawing of an artist. And the artist's name is Jean-Michel Basquiat. So if you look him up, he's an American artist, but of course he's of like Haitian descent or something like that. But I mean, he looks like me, black, dreads, all that. So when she approached me again, no hello, no hi, how are you, nothing like that. It was just instant. I'm going to have to write you up. That's it. And then she had like the little write-up slip, like the little write-up form, and she was just like waiting on me to sign it, So when she said that, she was like, so I'm just gonna have to write you up. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what? What are you talking about? And then so she's like, well, you're breaking dress code policy and all of this and all of that. And I was like, ma'am, I'm not even on duty right now. I'm just here to drop off some paperwork because I'm a new employee. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say was I wasn't on duty. However, I was very curious because I was like, what's wrong with what I have on? Even like what I had on, like what I wear at my full-time job is what I would wear at my part-time job. So I was very confused. I was like, what? Like, why? What do you mean? Like, what's wrong with my dress code? And so she was like, well, you have a wrapper on your shirt, or somebody who's familiar with the law, I'm sure. That's what she said. And so I asked her, I was just looking, so I was like, who was I asked her, I was like, who exactly is this on my shirt? And she was like, I'm not sure, but I'm sure he's a rapper or someone affiliated with drugs, the law, blah blah blah. So I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, like this, she's really trying me. Like she's trying me right now. So, you know, so I'm like, okay, all right. You know, I was calming myself down internally or whatever. And so I asked her, I was like, what, okay, so what exactly is the policy, you know, for dress code? I knew, but I just asked her. She was like, well, you have to have someone, if you're going to have a graphic t-shirt, you have to have someone or something who represents like a positive image or career or whatever. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I believe that's what I'm doing. And I was like, you can't tell me who was on my shirt, so you obviously don't know who he is. And so when I told I told her his name, and I told her like who he was, what he's known for, why he was famous, all of that. She didn't believe me, you know. So again, she's like, Miss Driver, just go ahead and sign the form. I was like, no ma'am. I was like, tell me, well, before I told her who he was, like his name, his career, all of that, I kept asking her. I was like, tell me who he is, since you know he's such of a negative image, tell me who he is. And then she was like, I wouldn't know, I don't know much about those kind of people. Yeah, that's what she said. So I was like, "What you mean, y'all? You mean people that look like me? People black, got locks? What do you mean?" And she was like, "I just signed it." Like she was just irritated. She was like, "Just sign the form. You know, I don't have time for this and that." And I'm like, "No, I have time. You know." So I told her. Then I told her who he was, his name, all of that. So she didn't believe me. So she Googled it. And so when she Googled it, she was just like, her whole face just dropped. Like you could tell the confidence just. Like the confidence she had before just washed away. Like it just washed away. And it's like all the color in her face just drained, you know, just went away. And so you could tell she just had, like, you can tell she was embarrassed, but she was just like, just brush it off like, oh, and she wouldn't even look me in my face. Like she would not look me in my face after that. She was just like, well, I'm sorry, you know, whatever, don't worry about it. So, and then she proceeded to walk off. So I'm just like, no. I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, this ain't over, honey. Like, no. I was like, we can still go to HR. Like, somebody still can get written up or whatever. Because that comment you just made, this whole ordeal, I'm not letting that slide like this. No. So we went to HR. You know, I explained to HR what happened. And I should have known something, because as I was like explaining what happened, the HR person was looking like, oh shit, not again. You know, and I didn't think of it until like after the situation. But yeah, so after the HR person got my side of the story, he told me to, like, you know, just go ahead. He was like, we'll be in touch, you know, I will report this, you know, whatever. So just go ahead about your day and you will hear from us soon. So I was like, okay. So I honestly didn't think anything was gonna come of it. So yeah, but my surprise, it did. So I left and I went to work, and during my time there, my Karen started texting me, and so she was like, and I had the comments. I mean, I had the, God, what are they called? My mind just went blank. Oh my goodness, the screenshots. So I had the screenshots in the comments, but I had to take it down because I forgot to link out her number. And apparently a few of my wonderful supporters out there gave her a piece of their mind by text and phone call. I love y'all. But yeah, that was my bad. But anyway, so she texted me and she said, I apologize if you took offense to what I said. That's not an apology to me. I don't care. Call me petty, because I am, whatever. That's not an apology to me. So I replied saying, I was like, I think what you meant to say is that I'm sorry for stereotyping you, people that look like you, all that jazz. That's what I think you meant to say. And then so she replied to that by saying, I just never took you to be the sensitive person. You're such a strong, independent woman. And, you know, it's just shocking to me that you were so sensitive about it. So I'm just like, trying to hold my mule here. So So, oh, so she then proceeded to say, she was like, I just don't think how you handled the whole situation was professional. You know, this is something we could have talked amongst ourselves. You didn't have to report me to HR. I just found it very non-professional of you. So, you know, now I'm just, like I said, I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, she's texting my personal phone. I'm not on schedule. I'm not on the clock. None of that. So I'm gonna get this whole piece of my mind. Point blank. Period. So then I replied. I was like, you're out of your bland ass mind if you think that me reporting you was unprofessional. I was like, you were so quick to report me for quote unquote breaking the dress code when you're sitting here accusing me of having a negative image on my shirt when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So me reporting you was the right way to go, because if I was not professional, I would have like literally took you by your hair and dragged your droopy-eyed ass across those desks and those computers, keypad, mouse, chairs, all of that. That would be handled unprofessionally. So I think I went about it the right way. Her eyes droop like this naturally, so that's why I said that. Anyway, so yeah. So then she responded. She was like, you're threatening harm to me. No, she was like, because we're supposed to have a meeting. We're supposed to have a meeting that evening about the whole ordeal. And so she was like, well, after the meeting, because she just knew nothing was gonna happen to her. She was just like, after the meeting, you and I could just talk to each other outside by your car, this and that. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, talk about what? Talk what? So I'm like, everything that had to be said or needs to be said has already been said and will proceed to be said at the meeting tonight. I'm like, there's nothing more that you and I need to discuss. And then, so she was just like, whatever, I will be by your car after the meeting and I'll be waiting on you, to talk. So I was like, I advise you not to do that. Like, I advise you not to do that because I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm angry. I guess I wasn't displaying it externally, but internally I was like burning up because I was like, I don't like that racist shit. I don't like it. Like, I don't bother anyone. Don't F with me. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah. So I was like, I advise you not to be by my car. Let's not do that because it wouldn't be safe for you. And it wouldn't be safe for me. So I'm like, if you come by my car, if you're out there by my car, by the time I walk out of that building, more than likely your head will be through my window, because I'm asking you not to fuck with me. I'm asking you not to be by my car. So then she's like, do you really think that she's like, you're threatening my life. You're threatening to cause me harm. Do you really think this is gonna look good for you in a meeting tonight when I show Jake? Sorry, can't mention names. When I show our boss, these messages. And I was like, you gotta catch up, honey. I was like, you gotta catch up. I was like, I've been sending screenshots to our boss since when you first started, messaging me, when you first started texting me. Like, all HR has it and the boss has it. Like, you gotta catch up. You're not scaring nobody or whatever. So, so she just kept saying, she just kept saying, well, we have to talk. So, just drop the attitude and we're just going to talk by your car, by my car, whatever. So I'm just like, okay, listen. I was like, I'm asking you nicely. I'm not threatening you. I'm just warning you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you. I just want to be, on my merry little way after we have our meeting. So do not stand by my car. Just leave me alone. So again, and at that time I feel like, she's trying me. Like she want me to say something, so she can probably show or something like that. Like, so I'm just like, I'm asking you nicely, don't stand by my car and this and that. And so I'm just like, I'm asking you nicely, this and that. She kept going, just kept going with it. So to end it all, I just said, listen, I was like, I've already said what I had to say. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you by my car. I was like, if you be by my car, if you want to be Wonder Woman, if you want to, and be big and bad and stand by my car after I asked you repeatedly not to, go ahead. You be Wonder Woman, I'll be an Incredible Hulk, because I'm going to knock your ass the fuck out. Point blank, period. So, yeah. So she stopped texting me after that. So then, I would say about 2 or 2.5 to 3 hours later, my boss calls me, and we're talking about the situation. He, again, he wants to hear my side of the story. And I was like, well, the HR person said that we were going to have a meeting tonight. He was like, no, we're going to have this meeting as soon as you get off of work. So he's like, as soon as you get off. So yeah, as soon as you get off of work, just come straight, to the job so we can have the meeting. Like my full-time job and my part-time job lived like right up the street from each other. Right up the street, right down the street from each other. So it didn't take me long. So near the end of my shift at my full-time job, I went straight to, if y'all hear something, that's my neighbors. They're just happy outside, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, after my shift, I went straight to my other job, and we had the meeting. So in this meeting, this is when I found out that Karen has been displaying this same kind of behavior to almost every person of color in the store. And that includes coworkers, customers. Like, that's customer. Like, how in the holy hell was this lady not reported before? And like, she's been there for years. I want to say, I'm not really sure, but I believe she's been there like more than 10 years. And they like, because they were telling me that HR person, my boss was like, you're the first person to report her. You're the first person to stand up to her. Congratulations. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, why is it just now that, and then customers come first. Apparently not. So anyway, so yeah. So at the meeting, when I found this out, I was mind blown. I was like, wow. Not at the fact that she had done that, but at the fact that the job had allowed her to go on with nothing being done until now. That's what I was shocked at. So, the HR person turned to me, and he was like, Miss Driver, what results of this situation would be of your satisfaction? That's what he asked me. So, I started thinking, because in my mind I was like, I can fuck this bitch up. I can, you know what I'm saying? But me being me, I didn't want her to lose her job. I really didn't. I was expecting maybe a week's suspension or demotion or something. But I didn't want her to get fired. She has a household to feed just like I do. So, whatever. So I just, instead of answering, I just turned the question on her. So I looked at her, I was like, what do you think would be a good result for your, your behavior? So she was just not into it. She was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. This meeting is ridiculous. Like, gosh, everybody is so soft and sensitive. Jesus Christ, that sounds like some goddamn hyenas out there. So anyway, yeah, so she's just like, this is stupid. This meeting is stupid. Y'all are stupid. She was like, everyone's here is just so sensitive and so simple and so such a crybaby. So I guess, I'd just be more of a wimp or a wuss, just so everyone here can be happy with their job and work efficiently. By this time, I'm actually hoping she do stand up, be by my car when this meeting is over. Because, so, after that, I guess, HR dude was just, over it. He was like, well, how about this? He was like, I'll give you something better. How about you just be relieved of your duties? Straight like that. So after that, he just told her how disgusting she was, her behavior. He like went in on her ass, and I was just like, I was sitting there shocked, like, you know. Then my boss went in on her. He was like, "You're disgusting. You're sick. Your personality is trash." And there was another store manager. I didn't really know her that well, but she was like, "I just simply don't like you. Never did." Yeah. I was just like, fuck. But anyway, so yeah, and so then Karen like turns to me and she's just like, so I'm looking back at her like, I was like, "You're getting fired?" I was like, "How ghetto. Me and Basquiat would never." So apparently by me saying that, it just set her off completely. So she just went on a rant, you know. She cussed out the HR guy, she cussed out our boss, she cussed out the other store manager. And I mean, she turned to me, but she didn't say anything. And I was just like, "Don't try it, bitch." Like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, "Don't try it, bitch. I'm not on the clock." You know, they are, so they can't retaliate, you know, how they want to. But I will fuck you up. Like, period. I will rock your world in this bitch. Like, don't try it. So, yeah. So after, you know, everything, she like I said, she just went on a rant. She was just like how much she didn't even need this job, how much she hated the job and hated the people, and she inherited so much millions of dollars from her family that she doesn't even have to work, but then flipped around and cried because she needed her job. Yeah. So after all of that, she stormed out. She was pissed off. She stormed out. And so I gathered my things. I finished talking to the others who, you know, had more words to say to me and everything. And so then, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm going to walk to the door. So sorry, got my wine. So my boss is like, you know, "Do you want me to walk you outside, or do you want, you know, whatever?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Of course not." I was like, "You know, you don't have to walk me outside." I was like, "If you want, you can stand through the mirror though, because if you see me headbutt this bitch, then you know you can call OPD or whatever." Makes me know, never mind. So yeah, so I walked out, get ready to walk to my car, and then she just yells out, she's like, how does it feel ruining people's lives? You know, how does it feel, you know, causing someone their. So I'm just like, "Lady, you got yourself fired." I was like, "Hell, you should have been fired according to, you know, which is was said in the meeting." I was like, "Maybe, you know, if you didn't stereotype and make racist comments, you would still have your job. You know, you'd probably be in a higher position than you are or were, you know, before or whatever." And so she was just like, "You're just a crybaby. You're just oversensitive and this and that." And I was like, "Bitch, you aging like a banana, okay? But you don't see me being a goddamn ageist, because I'm not." And that's like, I threw that up because that's something she's like very sensitive about. She has like this obsession with like wanting to look young and stuff. And I mean, obviously it's not what God wants. So, you know, but who am I to judge? I don't judge. But yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. That's the whole story, you know. And I was not expecting that post to go viral. And I have gotten hundreds, I believe, of friend requests that I cannot accept all, and I'm sorry. Hundreds of friend requests, hundreds of messages saying how, you know, they're proud of me. People I don't even know saying they're proud of me for standing up, this and that. I just got so much love and support around the world. Like, I got 3 messages from people in the UK, and that's just completely mind blowing to me. And I cannot express enough how like grateful I am, you know, for everything, all the love, all the support. I did, however, get one message that was shaming me or trying to shame me for for you know, for getting someone fired, making someone lose their job. you know, causing someone financial issues. I got a message, you know, of someone going in on me for that. But I want to make this clear to that person and to whoever else, if there anyone else out there who feels that way. I would just want to make this clear, like I stated earlier. There is like no way that I had the desire of getting her fired. That wasn't my goal. That wasn't my intention. I did not want her to lose her job. I didn't. Like I said, she has a household to feed. I have a household to feed. I didn't want that. However, her behavior cost her job. Not me. Okay? Not me. So that's another thing that I was reading in a lot of you guys' messages that you sent me. A lot of you all were saying how, you know, like, oh, I experienced this too. My daughter experienced this too, but, you know, we didn't report it. I didn't report it. That's your fault. That's your fault. That's when you don't report it, then it becomes your fault because you're allowing it to happen. You're allowing it to continue to happen. You're sitting here praising me for it, and I thank you. But you need to pay it forward. You know, you need to stand up as well. And whoever else send the message, stand up. It's not okay. It's not okay. If someone does something like that in the workplace, report them. If someone does something like that in public, beat their ass. Just that simple. I haven't came across that yet. I'm praying for the day. I always do. But pay it forward. Again, I thank you guys so much for the love and support. I literally cannot say it enough. It's an amazing feeling that in situations as unfortunate as this one, I have so many people of all different backgrounds to have my back on it. So it means a lot to me. It really does. So so I made this video as many of you requested. Like I said, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a blogger, whatever the term is for today. I'm not that. So I hope this video is to your satisfaction. If it's not, I'm sorry, I tried. I really did step out of my comfort zone for this. But please be more than welcome to comment on what I need to improve on, what I did well. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Just no stereotypical or racial comments, please. But yeah, it was great talking to you guys. See you next time.